it took a long time to assemble every specialty that I need and a provider that was right.
And Lindsay Creed is now trying to assemble a new team of doctors after all of hers went out of network.
And her situation is part of the fallout of the UnitedHealthcare and Johns Hopkins rift.
And all this week, WBAL-TV 11 News Investigates is looking at the various issues that people are facing in our series, Costly Coverage Health Insurance in Maryland.
As open enrollment begins for many this week, there's a lot to consider.
As our Brianna Ross explains, those like Lindsay are hoping their health can handle the wait to find new doctors.
Finding a new team of doctors has become a full-time job for Lindsay Creed, from researching providers online to constant calls.
I had a medical call, some calls to family and friends, probably to complain about the medical calls, a medical call.
A process proving to cost Creed lots of time and lots of energy.
It's been challenging, especially when you're trying to set up with specialists.
Creed built a team of specialists at Johns Hopkins after she was diagnosed with melanoma back in 2010. She's had it 3 times and relies on her Hopkins team for the best care.
It's really taken me many, many years to assemble the team that I currently have and feel really comfortable with. They feel really comfortable with me. They know my body.
But now Creed's care and comfortability are in jeopardy. She's one of thousands of people impacted by the stalemate between Hopkins and UnitedHealthcare. UnitedHealthcare and Johns Hopkins Medicine walked away from contract negotiations without a deal back in September, meaning care for Creed and thousands of other patients with doctors at Hopkins is now out of network. A procedure and samples Creed needs tested for melanoma now hang in the balance as she scrambles to find new doctors.
I need to actually put some serious time and effort into it, or else I, the patient, am really going to suffer from these delays in care.
Creed is not the only one. Between the Hopkins and UnitedHealthcare saga and doctors switching systems and what insurance they accept, Creed is in good company looking for new care.
I think, it is can be an unsettling thing to try to find a new doctor, but losing your doctor should not mean that you lose peace of mind, and I think that's where we come in.
Ricardo Johnson is the Executive Vice President for Strategic Growth at Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield. He says on your quest to find a new doctor, the first thing you should do is call your health plan.
We've got folks who can be on the phone with you, understand not just where you live, but what makes you most comfortable when you see a doctor. What are the characteristics and demographics that you want in a primary care doctor or in a specialist, and we can connect you to the right place. Health plans also have tools online, like online provider directories, where you can sort through your preferences to find the physician or other practitioner that you want.
But Johnson says they're also seeing people who want to keep their doctor and switch their insurance.
With UnitedHealth and Johns Hopkins, probably the biggest way that it affects us is that there are consumers and employers who are now looking, and I think we are seeing an increase in folks who want to have a local nonprofit option for health insurance.
As for Creed, she is weighing other insurance options and trying to hold on to some of her Hopkins doctors while also scheduling appointments with doctors at the University of Pennsylvania.
It's probably going to be, for many of the specialists, at least 6 months to a year by the time I lost care at Hopkins to when I can actually establish care with a new, similar physician at a different institution. And so you just hope that there's not a huge change in your medical status during that time.
Time, energy, and medical risk Creed says she wishes she didn't have to take.
My hope is that the insurance companies seriously consider how this is impacting their beneficiaries and consider going back to the table to try to negotiate.
really tough situation. Brianna Ross joins us now, and people are really hanging on every word in this report because they find themselves really in the same boat.
Right, for those folks, and Lindsay, all looking for new doctors now, but they have to know they don't have to go at it alone.
Exactly. It really is a daunting task, especially if you have a very specific situation like Lindsay has. But I like what Ricardo Johnson from Care First said, where there are a lot of health plans that have built-in, you can call them, and they have navigators that can actually help you based on your preferences, based on your geographic location, based on what you need. And then there's digital tools as well. I found on the UnitedHealthcare app, they have a section where it says find care, and you can put in exactly what you need, and they'll give you a list of doctors, at least as a baseline to start from.
So much to navigate.
So much.
Brianna, thank you. And it's important to note, as a matter of transparency, UnitedHealthcare is the insurance provider for our parent company, Hearst.